Welcome to One on One. I'm Greg Bassey, your host from the Salisbury Independent newspaper. I have to admit, I'm in a bad mood today, so they brought in the two people in the world who always make me laugh and cheer up. Laura Soper is here, and Jamie Heater from downtown Salisbury. Welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
It's nice to see you.
It's not working.
It's not working.
You guys are going to have to try harder.
Cheer up. Well,
Cheer up.
We got it.
We're
Do you have
here.
some questions
we
for us?
We are here 2 years after, maybe 2 years after the last time we were here, and you said that the last time you were here, you still were not happy. And so the one thing I made you promise is that if we came back on the show, it would be the first time that you were happy again. So...
Well, what makes me happy is there's so much going on downtown, and you guys have so much to do with this. You, as the business development director for the city of Salisbury, help businesses thrive and feel cool about being downtown. And you, as the entertainment district director, cruise director for downtown Salisbury, have all the great events planned. Third Friday, which I thought was going to be an epic failure from the beginning, is a tremendous success now, and that's thanks to you.
Yeah, well, it's not just thanks to me. It takes everybody, but I think the community has decided that Third Friday is its thing, and we like it.
It's an awesome thing. Just last fall, there was in September and October, there were 5,000 people at each one of those Friday events.
September and October are the big ones, and April, September, October. Whew,
so April's coming soon.
Yeah,
like right now. So what do you got on tap for that?
So we're really excited. We're doing a Think Spring theme. I can never say that right. Think Spring.
Think Spring.
Think Spring.
Think Spring.
So it's all about springtime, flowers, plants, and animals. It's my excuse once a year to bring goats downtown because everyone knows that I love goats.
You do love goats.
I do. It's kind of, I don't know why. I just try not to question it. Just go with it. But this year, fun fact, it's not going to be baby goats because the goat owner had a human baby this year. So
That's
she was
about
like,
time. That's progress. Yeah. She's
just like, maybe not, we're not going to do baby goats this year. We're going to focus on my baby human. But they had one accident. One slipped through the cracks. So there's one baby goat, and we're going to have adult goats and lambs and bunnies and pigs.
And where would this be?
This will be on North Division Street.
They'll be eating the grass at the courthouse?
On the street surface.
On the street surface? Because we don't want them eating the grass on the courthouse?
No, we don't want to mess up that grass.
So I'll be able to maybe pet the baby goat?
Yeah. Maybe like feed it some goat biscuits and stuff.
There's goat biscuits?
Mm-hmm. But it's not just about goats, despite what everyone says. It is also about springtime, so we're going to have a lot of sustainability projects, people who are interested in the environment, plantings, Save the Bees, and also the City of Salisbury's Green Team is going to come out and test run a really neat project ahead of the National Folk Festival, which is increasing the amount of recycling and composting stations that are available. So the goal is to get this April 3rd Friday as close to zero waste as possible.
Wow.
And they're going to have volunteers there that will help sort your trash if you're not into that sort of thing. And they're going to see how well they can do because the goal is that once the National Folk Festival comes in September, that we'll be super good at it and we'll be able to run as sustainable an event as possible.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's great that there's some thought given to that kind of thing.
Totally. It's harder. It is harder than it seems. Having an event, not generate a lot of trash, and definitely recycle and compost is a feat. So we need to practice.
Even through the winter, Third Friday held on. I came out of my office one Friday, and there were people like kind of wandering around like, where's Third Friday? And I was like, well, it's all indoors right now. But people were still showing up even in 30-degree weather.
Yeah, so we're really, in the next couple of years, we're going to focus on the winter. We don't have indoor space, and we lost some spaces this year because of frozen pipes during that super cold snap. So Salisbury Art Space got taken out, and Main Roads Coffee got taken out. So hopefully next year that won't happen, and we'll be able to program more spaces along the plaza and stuff because people still want an excuse to come out, especially in the wintertime when there's less to do. People still want an occasion to get bundled up and go walk around and be in public.
And the second bike event's coming up. When's that?
That's true. That is April 14th. It's the second annual bike party.
Salisbury Bike Party. So come out, they'll have a closed loop that you can just ride your bike around without worrying about traffic. I believe there's a bike swap, all things bicycle, and just a fun way to come out and enjoy the roads on two wheels.
If you don't have a bike, they have loaner bikes available.
They'll get you one,
So
yeah.
you just show up and be like, hey, what's
And-
going on? And they'll
And
be like,
there's
here's a
spin
bike.
bikes. Don't forget about spin
Oh,
bikes.
Speaking of that,
yeah.
right outside your office there are the 5, 7, 9 spin bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
there's more than 9. They're just all over town.
Right.
You never know when you're going to find
How's
one.
that going? Any word on that?
It's going really well. We just got the stats from.
We should have them
Spin-
memorized.
We should have them memorized. I don't, but I think there's something like 2,300 gallons of CO2 that were removed just from the first few weeks, from the atmosphere for the first few weeks that the program's been running. How many miles have been rode?
So it was crazy numbers.
600 people
The other
signed
day
up.
I saw a guy in Hebron on one.
So that's how it adds up to crazy numbers. It was like 2,000 miles ridden or something like
Yeah.
that, or
Yeah.
20,000 miles, something nuts. But the deal is on those bikes is that you can get on them and ride them and leave them anywhere you want.
Right.
You don't have to return them to the station. You have to use
But
the
does
app.
someone round them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Salisbury Cycle has, we have an agreement with them, or the city has an agreement with them.
The university.
The
has the agreement.
university
Yep.
has an agreement with them to go occasionally, and they're all GPS tracked. They
Right.
occasionally go, round them all up, tune them all up, give them a bath, and put them back in the stations.
Right.
So that kind of makes it. The possibilities are endless at that point. Just hop on a bike.
I'm
Just
excited
leave it wherever you
'cause
want.
they're right there where I work. And
Yeah.
if I ever want to go to SU or the hospital junior board to eat or whatever, it will be fun to take that bike.
Yeah, we're gonna go on a bike ride today if it warms up.
It's what, 90 cents for 30 minutes?
I think so.
Is it nine?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well, I think it would
$1
be
and 90
$1.
cents.
Yeah, $1 for 30 minutes. And I believe if you have a student email ID, then it would be 50 cents.
Right.
for
Nice.
30 minutes.
And you get on the monthly program. There's all kinds of different programs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool.
But still,
And-
for $1, I can ride it wherever I want and just leave it
And you all
in
don't
somebody's front yard if I wanted to.
So, Laura, you're just back from Kansas City doing some
Yes.
Main Street work there.
Yeah.
I love, people like criticize conferences and stuff like what's learned, but when you're with peers who have the same problems that you do and the same issues, and you get to generate ideas with professionals like that, it's always exciting. What are you bringing back?
I have come back with a page and a half full of ideas and things that I'd like to implement in downtown Salisbury and throughout the city. It's one of those things I want to sit down with the mayor and my boss and just say, okay, are these actually good ideas? Should we implement them? But it's pretty awesome to, hang out with people that are doing the same thing all over the U.S. Even just hanging out with the people who do this regionally. It's kind of great to just sit there and brainstorm and go through these sessions. And so a page and a half of ideas.
We missed her
Not
while she
ready
was gone.
to unleash anything yet, but let's just say we're going to be busy the next few weeks.
Do you get the feeling when you go out and you present your downtown to other people that you've got a good downtown to present?
I'd say we're in the middle of the road. We've got a pretty awesome downtown. There were a few people that we were talking that have, 6,000 people in their town.
Right.
And, they're just hungering to get these businesses and get more investment in downtown. But then there are downtowns that are chock full, 99% occupancy. So, Salisbury's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I
And
think all downtowns are a work in progress, though.
Yeah. Yep. So we've all got our issues, and I think we've all got good ideas to share around. And
You guys are both involved in the marathon that's coming on the 28th of
Define
April?
involved. I will be there.
Well, because you're an organizational person, the city's probably pulled you in to do something.
Yeah, I'll be like standing downtown
You'll have a
in the finish
walkie-talkie.
line area. I'm probably will be wearing a walkie-talkie. We thought Laura was going to run it, but she's probably going to be standing next to me wearing a walkie-talkie.
You're not going to run and win the marathon?
I think I'll pass.
Have you run a marathon before?
Nope, no desire to ever
Really?
do that.
She's done triathlons.
I've done a couple half marathons. After the last half marathon, I was like, never again, never again.
But this one's going to be great.
Almost tricked myself into running this one, but then realized that Jamie probably needs me.
Yeah,
So
like, don't leave me.
there was my pass.
The mayor is making a big deal about him running it.
Yes.
Like 1,000 people are going to run it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot
Our
of people.
Police chief, I guess she's going to run it.
Oh, she's going to win.
Yeah.
She is going to win.
Can you win a marathon?
I mean, she's got,
Do you win?
yeah, you win something. And especially if you have your staff closing the streets, I'm sure they'll just be like,
Truth.
shortcut this way.
Truth.
Shortcut. So, yeah, you can expect Chief Duncan to win the marathon.
Win the marathon. I like it. I
So.
support Chief Duncan.
It's funny, when the marathon came up, I get the sense that it was just like a wacky idea one day, and then all of a sudden it got some traction, and it's like, oh my gosh, we're going to do this thing. And then, well, maybe we won't have to do it, and maybe no one will sign up. And then all these people signed up, so now we have to do it.
The mayor was just like, you know what? What do cities have? Like, he views Salisbury as a real life, full grown city. And he wants us to have the things that other big cities have. And that's one of the things that he identified was real cities have marathons.
Right.
So he wanted to bring that. And at first registrations were slow, like 200, 300, but still more than, still not zero. But now the numbers are definitely up there. I think the flat course has the fact it's a Boston qualifier is attractive.
Yeah.
And just people love an excuse to run a beautiful course in their hometown also.
And the cities learn how to manage this. The Tim Kennard that they run along Riverside Drive to downtown and back, there's a 10-mile equivalent there.
Oh, yeah. Well, these are seasoned professionals. This isn't necessarily the city of Salisbury staff that's running this. This is hired running events, companies, and things
Right.
like that. People who do this every day for their job that are coming in to run the tracking systems. You get little chips, and they track you, and they know where you are, and it's all very high-tech and fancy, and I have no idea how it works.
If I want to volunteer to help out, what do I do?
I think just go to the marathon website, and they probably need volunteers, and they also may still need some volunteers for water stations, which are periodically placed along the route where you or your business or your coworkers could all get together, and you're in charge of manning that water station. So when people run by, you give them water, and then you go chase after their cup that they threw on the ground so it doesn't blow away.
And that
So
is
it's-
also the most fun way
Yeah.
to get, at least I think so, to get involved, because you can have different themes for your water stop, and you can make funny signs.
That's a great idea.
And that's what people, runners remember the most is
what's all the crazy people that they
Yeah,
see along the way.
what the best water stop was, what the funniest sign is.
Oh,
I've seen
water
signs that say worst parade ever.
Good.
It's all
It's a
about
good
the
one.
signage and having fun and cheering the people on, because 26 miles is a really long time to be running.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so
even
you
in
just
the-
look for mindless entertainment.
The half marathon that I ran, I was hallucinating through most of it.
That's fantastic.
So I
Yeah.
don't really remember anything in the middle.
Okay.
You don't remember it.
No. And I
Would
even
you
hit,
have appreciated funny signs had they been there?
He probably
Hard to
appreciated
say.
them at the time,
Yeah,
but he
that's
didn't
true.
know that he appreciated
No.
them at the time.
no, I even hypnotized myself, which I read about later. I was just running and staring at the yellow line.
Oh, and you put yourself into a trance?
And this woman ran up next to me and grabbed my arm, and she said, "You've hypnotized yourself." And I was almost sorry she told me that, because I would probably still be running right now.
You'd be like, well, it's a buzzkill. Thanks, lady.
right. I thought I was just really focused.
Yeah.
Is that what they call the runner's high when you're like, oh, this sucks. Oh, okay, I'm good.
So bad?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I've never reached that point. It's just
It's a myth.
Where's the finish line going to be?
Right in the middle of the plaza. So basically right where the obelisk is.
Okay.
So they're going to make a chute so people can be on the plaza on both sides of the sidewalk, cheering them on. They run up the plaza, going the opposite way that traffic goes now. And the finish line is right near the obelisk, so you can be cheering. Right when they finish, they'll have like medical stations and stuff, so people can get some water and get taken care of if they need any attention. And then you can just funnel right to the North Division area, where there'll be beer and kids activities and food trucks. And it's a big celebration. Amp Studios will be there. There'll be a stage. We're gonna have music all day long.
Great.
Yeah, lots of fun stuff. Pinwheels for Protection is doing the kids area, so there'll be a bounce house from Sunrise Church. Just a lot of activities for everybody, because I feel like this type of event will draw as many runners as we have. We'll have that many and more spectators, because your
Right.
family and your kids and everybody comes out to support you. So we're expecting a lot of activity in downtown Salisbury that day, but as well as all along the race route.
Right. The big event after this, of course, well, maybe not after, there's Salisbury Festival this summer. We'll talk about that. But the National Folk Festival, do you guys have a role in that?
Yeah, so we have Caroline O'Hare who produces, her job is to produce the festival, but it's just so big, one person can't do it. So there's tons of committees and just roles that we help support her and fill for her. I'm on the marketing committee and the musical programming committee and several other committees. She's on
Executive
27
committee, marketing
committees.
committee.
Yeah, so lots of, and it's not just us. It's leaders in the community. There's so many people who have plugged in and are actively working to support the folk festival. So we're really excited to bring it to Salisbury. It's going to be bigger than anyone expects.
And we're going to have her on soon to talk about fundraising, because fundraising is off to a really good start.
It is, but first year's going to be the big lift.
Yeah. But I mean, all the people like me who said this will never work. It looks like it's working.
It's working, and they just rolled out the Legacy Society, and we'll be putting that out to the public soon. You know, for those that are interested in becoming a part and supporting the festival, they can sign up at a $1,000 level, which I think is amazing, and support the festival. I think they're selling 300 bricks for the Legacy Society wall.
And for people like me, you can even finance it.
Yes,
you can run that on your credit card.
Pay like $300 a quarter. Yeah.
Yep. So there's opportunities for everyone to get involved. Volunteering opportunities are huge. We'll need 800 volunteers. So at least 800 volunteers, I should say. So
it's a lot of volunteers.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
It's great. It really is a unique experience. It's a genuine experience, the festival, and I think it's a perfect fit for Salisbury. We just got to make it happen, and we will.
Right. Salisbury Festival will be here in June.
It will.
I'm sure you'll pick the hottest day in June to have it.
I will.
She will.
Guaranteed.
But you know what she'll have?
A walkie-talkie
Funnel
and a golf
cake
cart.
and oyster
Well,
fritters.
I love that too, and a walkie-talkie.
Yes. Oh, right.
And walkie-talkie.
And yes.
And it's in downtown Salisbury, but you're moving around a little bit this year because of the amphitheater construction.
Amphitheater construction, and because we weren't sure the status of Lot 1. So the carnival is moving to Lot 10, which is down where the Park and Flea is held every weekend.
Right on the highway.
Right on the highway. So we're going to have all of the kiddie stuff right along the highway.
That's
we're going to make sure that they can't run straight into traffic. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
That's part of my job is to make sure little kids don't get run over by
But
cars.
the nice thing is the parents will be driving by, and the kids will be looking out the window, banging on the
like,
windows.
"Hey, Mom."
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So it'll all kind of be on the eastern side of downtown. So it won't be on the plaza, it won't be on Lot 1. All that parking will be available, but it'll just kind of be on the east block. So it'll be on East Market Street, down by Avery Hall, down by the river. That's where the main stage will be. Food, beer, artisans, vendors, all down there. On Main Street, there'll also be food vendors, artisans, and also we're going to do a touch a truck. The fire department's going to be out there. There's going to be cool cars and all sorts of stuff to look at along Main Street, and then the carnival will be in Lot 10.
And you'll, as always, you'll put my little table in the alley there by the trash can.
We'll make sure that you have the worst spot available.
Yeah.
Saved it just for you.
I got used to the smell after a while.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It's all right.
But I love Salisbury Festival, and thanks for bringing it back.
Totally. It definitely is year 2. We realized that this is going to take a little while for new organizers to kind of grow it back to its full potential and its heyday. That kind of thing takes time and momentum, but we think that Salisbury deserves it. And obviously Salisbury wants it, just because of the traction that it gets, just the carnival itself.
Right.
Parents want to take their kids to a carnival in downtown, and so we're going to give them that opportunity once a year.
And a bit more rehearsal for the folk festival.
Also more practice.
Right.
They're much smaller scale, but still practice.
Now, spring will be over. It'll be summer or almost summer. Does that mean baby goats will have just been born to participate in the Salisbury Festival?
Yes. So that one goat will probably be bigger than it was at April 3rd Friday.
So it won't be a new goat. It'll be an older
It'll
version
probably
of
be the same
It'll
baby
be
goat.
a teenage goat?
It'll just be like toddler goat.
Okay.
I don't know how fast they grow.
I don't
don't
either.
either.
Maybe like a prepubescent goat. I don't
Right.
know. It's hard to say.
I don't think those two words have ever been used together. Prepubescent and goat.
Well, today's the day.
Never say never.
I don't remember a goat at last year's Salisbury.
So they were
Festival.
there. They were kind of tucked away. They were hidden by the Riverwalk. So we're gonna make sure that they.
I was in the alley. So
Right. Well, we tucked you away,
And we
so
actually,
you
like,
wouldn't scare any small
Closed
children.
the door and locked
Yeah,
you in
locked
there.
it in.
So yeah, you wouldn't have seen the goats.
It's true.
I had a table, and I have to say, I had well over 450 people stop. I wrote them all down.
And they wanted to talk to you.
They wanted to talk to me, and they liked the paper, and it was just
We do like your paper.
amazing that 450 people stopped and
Yeah.
wanted to say hi.
And just wanted to be like, hey, Greg Bassett, how's it going?
It was like, yeah, it was exactly like that. I mean, it wasn't all milk and honey, but yeah, it was. When they realized I didn't have any stuff to give out, that was kind of a problem.
They were like, and we're going to see you later.
Yeah, like where's the suntan lotion and stuff, and because the army guys were across from me, and they had all kinds of
Oh,
stuff.
they
Oh,
have
they
lots
do.
of.
They
Didn't
have
they
so much
have
fun.
like physical challenges too?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you need to bring.
Well,
sort
I
of challenge.
went right over and tried the challenge, and then I was like crippled for the rest of the day. So,
Oh, so maybe they were actually checking on you, not saying hi to you.
That's
I-
true. They'd be like, are you okay? Are
I
you
couldn't
in
get out of
trance?"
my camp chair, and then I got sunburn, and
Me too. I had to get out of my camp chair.
Sunblock.
You,
Safety never
need,
takes a
you need a
vacation.
really weird hat. Did you see the weird hat I was wearing last year? Because I'm going to be wearing it again this year.
I think I remember that. I don't remember Laura being there at all.
She was there
I was there all weekend.
the
were
whole
there?
entire
I
time.
was the one
She's
on the
a
golf
saint.
cart.
She's
That
a
is
saint.
my one job, golf cart.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you need, golf cart. I got it.
Got it. I'll have 2 entire golf carts.
So this visitor center thing downtown, again, another one of those things that I thought, that's a complete waste of money. I go by there every day. You've got people in there asking questions. It's busy. It's homey. It's fun. It's a great place to stop and just see people. How's it going in the visitor center?
It's going really well. One, our visitorship has increased since last year by quite a bit. And we've started hosting more events there. Just when we looked at what we wanted the visitor center to be, we wanted it to be a welcoming place. And whether it be people that already live in town or are new to town, we wanted to make it a place where people could come and have fun. So some of the events we've been having are gingerbread house decorating for the holidays. That sold out.
The building was packed with kids.
Oh my gosh,
Sold
it was so
out.
fun.
Yeah.
We put like over 50 people and their parents in that room, and it was packed
Yeah.
all night long. But everyone just had a good time, and I think building those community ties, and
And then I was in there and I kept eating the bread houses, so they have to keep making more. So
that's why we put them in the back.
yeah.
And we hid them so that you didn't keep doing that.
That's why
We
can't.
hid them from you. We did a Valentine's Day event that sold out again like that.
Oh yeah, she gave people free portraits for Valentine's Day.
Right,
Sold
the
out.
funny portrait thing.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun, and obviously we did a little plug for the downtown businesses. Well, now that you've had your portraits done,
Right.
go eat downtown, and so that was also a really successful event. And then for April 3rd Friday, we're doing a gardening event. We're having Master Gardener Ginny Rosenkrantz come out.
It's the star of Pack 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to talk about what grows in our zone. She's going to bring all the supplies to plant stuff and take home and gear us and get us ready for the spring. So
At the
looking forward to-
Salisbury Visitor Center.
at the downtown Salisbury Visitor Center.
Now, you guys used to do hula hoop competitions in there. Is that still going on, or?
We have the
Been there,
hula
done
hoop
that?
out. The
hula
option's
hoop's out.
there.
The chart is still on the wall.
The chart, we will never take the chart down.
Who was the leader?
Originally, well, so there's lots of leaders. It's anybody who can get to 2 minutes is
Oof.
on the wall,
Right.
and anybody who can't get to 2 minutes is also on the wall, but just with not a good time.
Yeah.
But the prize to win what you received for free after completing 2 minutes of hula hooping, unassisted, was a calendar. And we don't have new calendars.
We don't have the calendars this year, but I think that's something we're looking
But
at
you could
doing
do it
again.
for fame. We'll give you a pen, maybe
I
a
Maybe a
sticker.
gold star.
Maybe a gold star. How about a sticker?
We have gold stars.
Every time I try, my pants fall down, and it's very embarrassing.
Not around the children.
Do you still bring your dog into the office?
Sometimes,
Only
yeah.
on Fridays.
Fridays are for Vicky. Friendly Fridays with Vicky Rose.
Laura has a bulldog, and people can go in and pet the dog. The dog
Yep.
loves the attention.
She does. If she wakes up when you come in,
Right.
she may be still be sleeping.
We get
so.
more visitors on Friday than any other day of the week. The fact
Because
that
of
I'm
Vicky.
there almost every day, hanging out in the back, means nothing to the
Right.
general population of Salisbury.
It's all about
It's
Vicky.
all about Vicky. They just want to come in and see Vicky.
So your proximity to the mayor and the staff across the street, is it nice to not be in that building with them, or do they come over with their wacky ideas? What's the relationship like?
I wouldn't know. I never worked across the street. So I've only been freeloading in the downtown visitor center for a year and a half now. So Laura's going to have to answer that question.
It's still really easy to run across the street and be like, hey, I have this crazy idea. And they're like,
Please go back home to
go
your
back.
space.
We'll talk about this later. No, but I'm here now. Let's talk about it now. So.
But they don't come over with their wacky ideas.
Oh, no, they do.
They do that
They
too.
do.
Once a month, I have to go over there and we have a little meeting and talk about all my stuff. But then they just stop by whenever they want.
It's
throw out ideas.
very easy.
Just like everybody else.
And you were on PAC 14, well, it's probably almost a year ago now, presenting to the county. The county was intrigued by what you all were doing.
Yeah, we were, it was probably for the Art and Entertainment District redesignation.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So
But-
we reached our 10-year anniversary of being an arts and entertainment district in Salisbury, and every 10 years you have to go back before your council and have them kind of re-bless the designation because it comes with some tax credits and some
Right.
concessions that come from the county and the city level. So they were very pleased and were on board and said yes to another 10 years of art and entertainment.
Right. But just the idea, there's some political tensions between the city and county that I've never understood ever in my life. So in a situation like that, they might have taken it out on you, but it wasn't that way at all.
It wasn't
a love
that
fest.
way. Yeah, it was a love fest. I felt very good about it. Didn't know how it was going to go because everything's always complex when you're dealing with local government. So, but no, big thumbs up, got us right through. So hopefully that kind of relationship will continue.
We talked about this before. As a young person, with all the advantages of living in the urban areas that you could have, why do you guys live here?
I'm a fan of the lifestyle and the natural resources that are on kind of the Delmarva Peninsula. I enjoy the proximity to the cities. I think that if they were farther away, I probably wouldn't choose to live here, but they're close enough. And I fell in love with the community of Salisbury. I didn't think that I was going to fall in love with the community of Salisbury, but I did. This town is definitely worth it. The hard work is worth it. This community deserves to have somebody working towards these kind of things. So it's an honor to get to do this for them. So for as long as I'm able.
What about you? You're from Poughkeepsie, New York,
Yep.
which is a great little town. Well, it's a
Yeah.
big town, but
But I literally grew up on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. Stormville, New York is actually where I'm from, where I'm pretty sure the
Naptown.
goats outnumber the people.
I love goats.
I know you do. But it was at least a 20, 30-minute drive to get anywhere. When I went to swim practice, it was a 50-minute drive to swim practice and home every night. So when I came to Salisbury, I think, it's still rural enough that, and very succinctly remember going on a bike ride, and within 15 minutes, I was in the middle of nowhere. But then when I came back to Salisbury, it was, you're only a 5-10 minute drive from everything. So I just very succinctly remember being like, this town is large enough that I can get anywhere I need to be in 15 minutes, which is amazing. But if I want to get lost, all I do is hop on my bicycle and just drive out into the middle of nowhere.
if people want to help you in your pursuit to make downtown better and promote the arts, what can they do?
So there's definitely a couple ways to volunteer. You can volunteer at the Downtown Visitor Center. You can volunteer with one of my events like Third Friday or Downtown Salisbury Festival. They all have their own websites with portals that you can email or contact us. But the National Folk Festival also is desperate for lots and lots of volunteers. And you can go to nationalfolkfestival.com and click on the volunteers tab.
Laura, do you need any help?
We're always looking for volunteers for the Downtown Salisbury Visitor Center. So people that are just really proud about this community and want to welcome people in. If you want to do that, we need you. We need you. So.
Okay, I feel a little bit better. These two have cheered me up a little bit, and I'm excited that Third Friday's coming up. Plus, the bicycle thing is when?
April 14th.
So that's even before Third Friday.
Yeah.
So there's 2 events this month that we get to go to.
3.
Marathon.
And the marathon.
and
which
half
is,
marathon and 5K.
Right. So it's a busy month in Salisbury.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm starting to feel better.
Spring is sprung. It's back in action.
We're getting
Buckle up.
outside.
I'm feeling better. Laura Soper, thank you for being here today. Jamie Heater, it's great when you guys are on TV with us. So
You're welcome.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here. I'm Greg Bassett from the Salisbury Independent Newspaper. Another edition of 101 right here on PAC 14.
First Shore Federal is proud to support PAC 14 and one-on-one. We'd encourage every business to support PAC 14 and pick a program and support it, and let's make a difference.